This is Fani from FEA, and you're listening to Inside the ManCave podcast show with Johnny Compian.
Once again, our Texas governor peeks his head out and causes problems for us average Americans who just want to live a normal life, right? We don't want to be bothered. We go to work every day, don't get paid enough, have to deal with all this stuff that's going on in our state of Texas, right? Every day there's a new law that they implement on us, and they keep us from living like other Americans in this country. Right? Or I'm wrong, because some people will fight me on that. And they'll say, you're wrong. You're wrong about what you're saying about our Texas Governor Greg Abbott. And I'm going to push back a little bit because I can, right? We all can. We all have opinions, and we can kind of push back on these things that are put in front of us that you see on a day-to-day basis on your feeds, right? We all take in news different, right? I was talking to a few people a while back, and they're saying, hey, man, I saw this on Facebook, and that's where I get my stuff, my info. And I don't judge anybody. I'm like, hey, if that's what you want to do and it makes you feel better, and it, you like that, then take it, drink it, take the pill, right? So I'm not going to judge anybody on where they find their news or anything that they see on social media and online. And whatever you do in your privacy of home, I'm definitely not going to be like, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. And that's what's happening here, right? But this one here kind of hits close to home. And I say that because, we all have a little fun at times, right? So you ask, what kind of fun? I'm talking about, with your partner, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, or maybe just you alone in your privacy of your own home. You feel a little frisky and you want to watch some porn. Porn, yes, I said it, porn, yes, porn. We all enjoyed it at some point in our lives, right? Don't lie. Don't be like, I'm the freak, dude. You watch porn, you're a bad person. I mean, come on. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not. I guarantee you, if you're there with two beautiful women in bed and they're saying, hey, Johnny, can you put on some porn because, we want to kind of watch some porn while we make out with each other, and we want you to get off to it. What am I going to be like? Hey, no, I'm not going to do that for you guys. No, I'm going to be like, here, yes, definitely. Let me put on some porn. And let me click it on here. Let's look up some porn and enjoy ourselves. We're not hurting anybody. We're having some wine and we're indulging in adult beverages in the privacy of my home, or your home, or wherever you go and do these things. So, yeah, when I ran across this article, I was like, okay, here we go again. All right, here we go again. In July 2022, Governor Abbott signed a House Bill 1181, which required porn sites to digitally verify that each web user is over 18 years old by demanding that users submit pictures of their government-issued IDs or facial scans either to third-party companies or to the sites themselves. right? And I'm thinking, okay, I didn't know that. I never heard of Bill 1181, and maybe you haven't either. But it's out there, and it's about to kick in September 1st. Okay, so then here comes Pornhub, and I'm sure you heard it. That's a huge website that has pornography of all types, right? And if you're the governor of Texas and you signed this bill in 2022, you must have done research, right? You must have done research like we all have. Or we frequent this Pornhub site. Right? If you're going to sign a bill like that, Mr. Governor, are you doing the research? Did you go in there and say, look, let me look at the MILFs. Let me look at anal, or let me look at, I don't know, threesomes, or the bang bus. I don't know. It just, these random things are coming to my head, so I'm just shooting them out there to you guys. And it kind of irks me a little bit, because I guarantee you that the governor of this state has not done his research, because I see a lot of keywords in there that they put in there, these scare tactics, and I know these things are real. They're happening, but you see, it's just like strip clubs and other things that are in our local cities that people don't like. They're eyesores for their communities, and they don't like them. They're saying there's drug activity, there's human trafficking, there's all kinds of stuff. They throw those in, and all of a sudden it freaks you out. You're like, oh shit, that's right down the street. We can't have that. Let's do something. Let's follow what our beautiful governor says that we need to do. And he's not the only one. There's other states, and I'm going to get to that. There's other states that have jumped the board already and have been banned by Pornhub, because they went ahead and said, you know what, we don't care. We don't want these sites. You can go ahead. We don't agree with these things that you guys want to do, and we're not going to comply with that. So go ahead and take us off the list. So Pornhub is having to block these states. And you know, here are some of the states that Pornhub cut off because the new age verification rules: Arkansas, Virginia, Mississippi, Utah, and Louisiana.
One group, along with other separate individuals in the state, are upset with the state's age verification law for adult websites.
Right now, we're still waiting on state officials to respond to the complaint filed last week. Capitol correspondent spoke with one of the folks involved in this lawsuit. He joins us with the details. Chris.
Well, the group called the Free Speech Coalition, which is a group based out of California, is sort of leading the charge in this case, saying Louisiana's law is both unconstitutional and dangerous.
The Free Speech Coalition is just one of many taking aim at a Louisiana law which went into effect last year. It requires age verification for certain websites that consist of at least 30% adult content, like porn. The law's intent was to keep minors off of these sites as the material continues to intensify on an annual basis.
So we're not opposed at all to efforts to limit minors from accessing adult material. It's called adult material for a reason. The problem that we have with these laws are they're not only unconstitutional, but they're ineffective and they're dangerous.
Director of Public Affairs for the group, Mike Stabile, says the law's vagueness makes it difficult for websites to abide by the standard in which the law holds them to. Adding the 30% threshold these sites are supposed to follow is not specific enough on the type of content it's referring to.
We don't know how that's calculated. Is that the number of posts? Is it the number of pages? Is it the volume of data? I think that what you see in this law and the sort of copycat laws that we've seen in other states is that they're the product of magical thinking.
Mike says instead of trying to legislate how sites should verify age and requiring citizens to potentially subject themselves to having their personal information and web browsing history exposed, the state should instead take the approach of a device-level filter.
Fewer than 20% of parents include any type of filter on their kids' devices. And what the Supreme Court has said in case after case is that so long as those filters exist, so long as a less restrictive method that doesn't endanger people's privacy, that doesn't limit their access to First Amendment protected speech exist, that these sort of government filters, these government mandates are unconstitutional.
The lawmaker behind this, State Representative Lori Schlegel, defended her bill in messages to me today by saying the law was thoroughly crafted and does not infringe on anyone's rights. She also managed to pass another law this year, which allows the Attorney General to fine these adult sites up to $5,000 for every day they fail to comply with state law.
This is a law that is going to cost Louisiana taxpayers $500,000 or more to defend. And at the end of the day, the Supreme Court has ruled on this multiple times. The state, the government, does not have a right to limit access, to unreasonably limit access to otherwise legally protected First Amendment speech.
And soon to be Texas. I guarantee you Texas is going to be on this list. Pornhub is going to be like, you know what? We're done with you. You're cut off. You don't want to comply. And, it's a free country. We should be able to do whatever we want in our privacy of our own homes. Right? Right? I mean, come on. Yes. Yes, we should. Even though you think, you Bible thumpers, you think that it's bad and it's this and that. You know what? I bet you your husband or your wife is watching Pornhub or another website, ask.com, or you can just name it off the top of your head, and I guarantee you there's a porn site for it. So don't come at me and be like, you're a freaking sinner. Maybe I am. Who cares? We've all done it growing up and in our adulthood. I guarantee you I've known plenty of women who enjoy pornography, who enjoy Pornhub, who love it. You know what? They said, you know what? I'd rather do this than go out and get an STD. I masturbate on my own time in my house. I don't have to go out and risk my life from getting raped or doing something else because some, fool out there is, just crazy. So sometimes we got to do these things. And now you want to take that away from us? In this state, we cannot have marijuana. We can, and it'll never be illegal. We will be the last freaking state that goes legal. I guarantee you that I will be gone. You all will be gone. We'll all be gone. It will be a different world by the time marijuana will be legalized in the state of Texas. Because this is the red state. Right? Yes. That's why we're more worried about guns and other things that are more important to us. And I've already, kind of just beat that to death about legalizing marijuana. And now this bill that's been signed and is going into effect. Yeah. It's crazy that, these things, these laws, these people, these bathroom laws, and so many laws that are in effect, transgender laws, all these things that are, it just makes you nod your head like, don't we have better things to worry about and more important things to worry about? I think so. And people are afraid to talk about that, and they're afraid to say Pornhub, and they're afraid to say, hey, my wife and I watch porn, or I watch porn because my wife has a medical issue and we cannot have sex, or my boyfriend enjoys watching porn with me and we do that because it just stimulates us, and that's the way we do things. There's so many ways and things that people do that I'm not even touching the surface. So yeah, yeah, it does irk me that you read these things and it's crazy because like I said, there are more important things to worry about, right? They're more worried. I mean, there's like, you know, the highways and the way people are driving, the aggressiveness, the people killing each other, road rage. I can go on and on about the issues that we really need to go after. But we choose to worry about a website that they claim that there's, you know, that it's going to make our children safer and it's going to stop drug trafficking and human trafficking and all this kind of stuff. And I understand that. I understand that that world exists. But don't put this stigma on this website or any other website that people choose to watch on their own. This has been going on for years. I'm sure back in the day, there was, you know, I remember back in the day when I was a young kid, I would look at catalogs and I'd be like, wow, whoa, okay, a Sears catalog. Wow, look at this hot babe in a bra. Wow. And then I discovered Playboy magazine. I'm like, hey, this is even better. I get to see the Playmate of the Year, and I started subscribing. I collected the magazines because they were worth something. And I think I still have some of my Playboy magazines that are still sealed. Because, why? Because I can collect. And I can, you know, have that in a part of my collection, and I'm not hurting anybody. If I choose to go to Pornhub while I'm with 2 or 3 females because they're requesting to watch some porn, and all of a sudden I'm like, you need what? Okay, sure. Let me, hold on a second. You guys keep doing what you're doing over here. Let me get some porn on here so we can get the mood even better than it is in this room. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, guys. Let me put some clothes on, and I need to... Hold on, it's telling me it needs my driver's license. Oh, wait a minute. It wants a face scan, facial scan. Oh, okay, let me... Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a mood killer. And that's what one of these writers puts on there, and it's a great line. You know, talk about killing the mood. You know, this bill also would require a Texas Health and Human Service warning to be posted on the side, designed to appeal to or pander the people that are interested that are using this content. So you before I get to the porn that I want to watch with my 3 lady friends, you're having me go through this PSA saying this is going on, and such a mood killer. You guys, I mean, what are we going to do now? I know a lot of people that in this city, in this state, that enjoy pornography, and they're not bad people. Right? You're able to go to the Megaplex or some of these like places right down the road from your houses, right by your church, that sell, you know, dildos and inflatable dolls, all kinds of stuff for you to take to your own home and use, right? You pay your hard-earned money to buy a dildo or an inflatable doll, but you're going to go after these websites that you say are really bad for us to watch and to take in. So you want to stop us from doing that. Yeah. Governor Abbott, I guarantee you've done this before. You've watched pornography. I'm sure back in the day, way back in the day, you've watched it. And I'm sure if you signed this bill last year, you had to do some research. You had to have done some research and visited the website Pornhub and said, you know what? Yeah, this isn't for us. We need to make sure that this is the way we handle this. They need to have an identification and they need to do this and that. So it's crazy. Yeah. So these things, all they're doing is really putting us, the people that, frequent these websites, you want to put us in cyber crimes. Like you want people to steal our identity now because you want to give up our IDs, our addresses, everything. These pieces of identification you're asking for to upload into these websites will probably get ripped off. At some point, they'll get a breach and all our stuff will be gone. And it has, like, we deal with cyber crimes every day. And now, because we want to watch some porn on our time, we're going to have to put our ID in. It's like, and are they going to raise the age? Are they going to go from 18 to 21? If that doesn't work, you know what? Let's implement a law. You got to be 21 or over to watch porn. Ooh. Now that's another one to fight there. This younger generation, if you look around us, they're growing up pretty quick. And I'm not going to finger point. I just see what I see, right? They're growing up pretty quick. There's some kids that are 15, 16, 17 that look older than me. Yeah. And they carry around the guns. They carry this and that. And they have, hot chicks, hot girlfriends. And they're doing a lot of stuff that you guys don't, Abbott, that you guys don't know about. You think you think by doing this, by signing that law, is going to keep these younger generation of people to stop doing what they're doing. No. They're seeing everything on TV. Everything's on TV. You go to your whatever cable network and you can see soft porn on there. How are you going to stop that? Every time I'm looking at TV, I got Showtime, HBO, all these channels I'm flipping through. And there's pornography. I mean, there's soft porn. There's two women making out. There's a guy and a girl kind of going at it. And they're not really, there's no penetration. It's just soft porn. Right? But that's a problem. Yeah. I don't know how we're going to change this. I hope that this thing gets resolved, but it's not. We're going to be on that list. We're going to be on this list here that Pornhub cuts off because of the new age verification rules. Arkansas, Virginia, Mississippi, Utah, Louisiana, and now the state of Texas. Right? I mean, how disappointed are you that you cannot watch porn anymore? I mean, are you willing to put up your driver's license because you and your wife got home after a few glasses of wine and you guys want to watch some pornography? You guys want to watch another couple have sex, right? You guys want to stimulate your relationship a little bit. You guys have been together for years and you guys want to stimulate each other for a little bit, right? Well, now you're going to have to pull out that ID, driver's license. I mean, is it going to be where everybody in the room's like, hey, I need your ID back there because, we need to recognize who you are. You might be underage. It's coming, man. If they're in your bedroom now, I mean, the state of Texas is all over the place. It's incredible. Every day you read different stories, and it's just mind-blowing that you're like, really? Really? Is this something really important that we have to make sure that we don't, put anybody in harm because these porn sites are just horrible? It's funny. It's hilarious. It's a joke. This is a joke to me. And you're going to say, hey, what about the kids? No, you know what? They're saying that they can easy access these websites. And so can they easy access that remote control and get porn on TV and everywhere else. Go down the street and buy a DVD or whatever you use, or stream it. You can buy and stream it. There's all kinds of things going on. I mean, OnlyFans comes to mind because a lot of people are doing that to make ends meet. There's a lot of people using OnlyFans to make ends meet. Guys and girls. Older people are doing it. Middle-aged people are doing it. People got to make money. They're not hurting anybody. They just wanted to put food on the table and have a little extra cash. But like everything, it's a problem to these older generations that are, that should just be quiet, enjoy their oatmeal, and sit back and enjoy the rest of their lives. If you guys want to watch porn, there's older people on Pornhub too. I've seen older ladies. I've seen older men. I mean, come on. And the reason I've said I've seen, because yes, we've done research. I've done podcasts, radio shows where, something's come up about a porn star, Stormy Daniels. So I'm trying to research and say, hey, let me see if I can find a little clip that we can use, which you can't, edit out too much because those things are pretty graphic and you can't put that on the radio or you can't put the video out there. So yeah, I've done my research as a producer. I've come on and checked out plenty of sites. So yeah, don't shoot the messenger, man. Let's really think about this because it's really just destroying our state. We don't want to be part of this list. We don't want to be part, with Arkansas, Virginia, Mississippi, Utah, and Louisiana. We don't. All of a sudden, I'm like, okay, so what do we do now? We can't have porn in our state because they've blocked us. Pornhub, the biggest porn site in the country, has blocked us, and we can't watch it anymore. We can't do what we do. We got to go back to the Sears catalogs, the Playboy magazines, the Hustlers or whatever. We got to go to the store and buy them. I mean, come on. Tell me what you think. Are you okay with showing, if you enjoy porn, and I'm not talking about in a dirty way or this and that. I'm just, with your wife or your boyfriend or your husband or your girlfriends or whatever. Are you willing to give up your information to have a little pleasure? At Johnny Compian on Twitter. And you can also support the podcast show on anchor.fm/Johnny5150.